Hello, dear soul, and welcome to the Light Bearers Library. In today's journal entry, I want to talk about drifting. Let's imagine ourselves in a boat on the ocean or the sea of life. And if we're drifting, it kind of looks like we don't have a destination, we don't have a vision, we are maybe scrolling a lot, doing useless things. And I think most people are out there scrolling their life away, and I would suggest that maybe we should not do that. We should do less scrolling. But more importantly than that, what not to do is what to do. I think if we think of ourselves in a boat on the ocean of life, we want to have a destination, a vision for our future. And in this world of chaos and craziness, there's just so much fear and unknown about the future and what it's going to look like. And I think there's a lot of hopelessness around this and feeling, hopeless and lost and like so much unknown. And I think the antidote to that is choosing a destination, having a vision for our lives. And that can seem a bit overwhelming. Like, I don't know. It's like, well, here's the thing. The vision, the destination of your life should be to find a destination for your life. And just keep putting in the effort. Just keep trying to find out where it is that you want to go with your life. That will give you some groundedness and some ability to tune out the chaos. Because here's what happens when we set a destination for our boat of life. We all of a sudden then have a mission, right? We have a destination, which means that now we can start planning for our lives. We can start, envisioning going there. So what will we need to pack on our trip to our destination, right? What maps will we need to get there? What knowledge will we need? What crew members will we need, right? All of those things, if we can think of ourselves, as the main character in our own fantasy novel, or our own fiction novel, whatever your favorite genre of fiction book is, you are the main character on the ship in the ocean of life. So we need to have that destination in mind. As we go on with life, destinations can change, right? We're set on going, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I have an even better idea, right? And that's fine. That's fine. But we just need to set a destination. And it might just be a very small kind of destination for us. We might want to just go like up the coast, like just a little bit on to set a destination of going somewhere, and then we get practice in setting a destination and, getting all the tools and the people and the knowledge together to get us to that destination that's not very far. And then we can set further and further out, in time and in space visions. And so I think that will really help us so what this does is it then allows us to start filtering out of our lives all the stuff that doesn't move us towards that destination, move us towards that vision of where we're piloting our ship. So when we're engaging with, the online world, whatever that looks like for you, I'm not on social media, and I find that to be extremely wonderful because I don't have to make choices about what to engage with and what not to engage with. It's like I just don't engage with any of it. But this vision allows me to tune out all the noise and all the stuff that doesn't have to do with where I'm going, my destination. So I take on board books and information that will help me get to my destination, where I'm going. It helps me to be clear. It helps me to be focused. And therefore it's very calming for my mind, because it helps me to make decisions really easily. It's like, does this thing, even in your purchases, right? Does this, say, even if you want to get healthy, is like, then you want to only be paying attention to things that are healthy, like media that's encouraging you in your health journey. You want to be, buying healthy foods for yourself. So all the things that help you get to that destination of where you're going. This will stop us from drifting and getting, battered about by all of the chaos in the world, all of the anxieties and worries and fears and doubts and, what's going to happen in the future, right? It's like you can just tune that all out, ignore it, and just focus on your destination and your vision. So if you don't have that right now, which I know a lot of people don't, it's like, then that is the mission. That is what you need to do, is find out where you want to drive your boat, take a hold of the steering wheel of your boat, right? You're in charge. So take a hold of it. Figure out what the destination is, get all the people that you need, get all the information, get all the tools and whatever that you need to go towards that. And then there's a lot of things that can happen along the way. Sure, like life happens, but this is how we need to manage our lives, is get a vision, get a destination. Okay, so if this was helpful to you, then give me a thumbs up. If you are feeling inspired and brave and courageous, leave me a comment. And please subscribe to the Libraries Library, where let's keep talking about where we're going on this journey of life and how can we better navigate, and how can we get to the destination that we set out to get to. Okay, well, I wish you many, many blessings. Signing off for today, XOXO, Kate.